My oral history project is about my grandfather, my dad's dad, Ken Perry, or as we like to call him, Papa. My grandfather passed away in 2013, so my dad relayed some of this information to me. However, I'm very fortunate that my papa was an avid writer, so he wrote down most of this information word for word. The first event that impacted my papa was while he was in the Navy during the end of World War II. His eldest brother joined the Army, and while serving, he wrote home to tell little Kenny to join nothing but the Navy. He said, "You will always be guaranteed a meal and a place to sleep if you join the Army." He did not wish the same fate in the Army for his younger brother. Following his older brother's advice, 18-year-old Kenny joined the Navy, and not long after he was thrown into enemy lines. While stationed on a destroyer off the coast of Japan, on July 22, 1945, at 1300 hours, my papa listened as the captain came over the speaker system. He told his men that they would attack Tokyo Bay in the next few hours. Immediately, uproars of disagreement and fear struck the men, and my papa began to write a letter home just in case they did not survive their surprise attack. At 2100 hours, they were called to their stations, and they were on guard for the following 3 hours as the fleet made their way quietly into the bay. Land was finally sighted, and my papa's ship was the third in line. The first ship sent artillery shots towards the enemy ships, and the Japanese thought they were under attack from the sky. Next, torpedoes were fired towards the ships, destroying the enemy completely. The one-sided attack lasted about a half an hour. The U.S. was officially credited for sinking 3 ships, partially sinking another, and damaging an escort vessel. The men were overjoyed because the raid occurred without a loss of a single ship or man. On the 31st of July, President Truman honored the destroyer Squadron 61 a Presidential Unit Citation. The second event occurred 25 years later when my papa, his wife, his 3 sisters, and their spouses purchased a family beach house in York Beach, Maine. The house had 14 rooms, 1 cottage, and a small apartment, and they paid a total of $21,000 for the beachfront property. As a family, they made the house into 4 apartments, one belonging to each individual family, and they collectively named it the York Manor. There they raised their children during the summer months, and the house had been in the family for over 45 years. The York Manor has been passed down to the next generation, which includes my father, because there is only 3 still living from the first generation of owners. I have been raised spending my summers at this house, and for the last 5 years I've lived in the house for the entire summer and worked at a restaurant with my sisters right down the road. As the 4th generation is growing, I can only imagine that my papa had no idea what an impacting purchase he had made back in 1970. My papa was truly an inspiring man who knew how to love deeply and never take for granted what he had. I am thankful that the raid on Tokyo Bay was so successful, or else I might not be here today. I know my papa was proud to serve this country, and he taught our family to be thankful to live in the free country that we live in. Every summer I fall more in love with York Beach, Maine, and I owe it all to my papa. He provided an amazing opportunity for our family to be blessed enough to have a beach house. Some of my favorite childhood memories happened at that house, and I look forward to being able to provide those same experiences for my future children. In loving memory of my papa, we are thankful for the impact you left on our life, and we love you very much.